Hi, my name is Prune Harris from Imaginal Health, and in this video it's going to be 5 to 10 minutes, and in this video we're going to be going through the daily energy routine that Donna Eden has put together to really help us keep our energies working in cohesion, working in communication with each other. And when we do this daily routine, daily or at least very regularly, then actually it's amazing for giving us a really strong network of health, which makes us more resilient, more able to access our vitality, our joy, and more able to recover from any health ailments that we're currently experiencing. So let's start. We're going to start by tapping the cheekbones. So this is the part of the daily energy routine that is the 4 thumps, and the first one here is wonderful for grounding. Now let's come to the end of the kidney meridian, so just below the points of the clavicle on the chest, and we're going to give that a really good thump or tap or deep massage if that feels better to you. Next we're going to go to the sternum, right in the center of the sternum, and let's do some tapping there. This stimulates the thymus gland, so essential for our immune system. And finally, in these 4 thumps, we're coming to the last point of the spleen meridian, which is the very side seam of the body. And if you take your hand, put it in your armpit, roughly where your bottom of your hand comes on the side of the body, that's where we're going to be thumping. We're stimulating the spleen meridian here, which is so essential for metabolism of our food, our thoughts, our busy energies within our day. That feels great. So now we're going to move on to helping the crossover patterns in our body. And first of all, we're going to do a shoulder pull. So coming up to the shoulder, grip your fingers over that beautiful big muscle and just rake your hands across to your hips. Lovely way to help bring in some crossovers through the chest, through the heart, through our digestive organs, and therefore through our whole body when we work with the trunk. It feels really good. Beautiful if you've got tension around the neck as well. Perhaps you've been sitting working on the computer or doing some hard physical work and you're just needing to help connect the body back together. We're going to reinforce that by doing a cross crawl here. So moving our left hand to our right knee. I'm bringing a nice figure 8 pattern in through the arms as well. You can do this whatever rhythm is good for you. You might want to go fast and kind of bouncy. You might do it really slowly. You might be sitting down to do this, in which case you can just put your hand on your knee as you cross over. Great. So now we're going to go on to the Wayne Cook exercise, so named after a wonderful pioneer in stuttering and stammering, someone who really understood how to bring the brain into cohesion for the body. So I'm going to simply cross one ankle over the other ankle and bring the backs of my hands together. From there, I'm going to bring my palms together. It doesn't matter which leg you're crossing first or which arm you're crossing first. Bring that into the chest, and let's take a lovely breath here. And releasing. Find your way to bring a stretch into the spine. This exercise helps with mental clarity, helps us to feel centered and calm. It's my favorite one to do anytime I feel like I'm no longer being my truest self. If I'm getting stressed, if I'm being knocked off my balance, this is the exercise that will bring me back. Whichever way you crossed your hands, now go the opposite. Bringing that back in. And whichever way you crossed your legs, bring the opposite cross in as well. And let's do the same breathing again. Reaching for the heavens and relaxing. Again. One last time. Great. Final part of that exercise, you're going to put your fingers together and you're going to place the thumb into the bridge of the nose or the third eye. And let's take a great breath here. This really helps bring mental clarity. So for those times when you're struggling with memory or forgetfulness, this is a beautiful way to help repattern the brain. Good breath in, and as you breathe out, positioning your fingers onto the midline of the forehead and just helping it rake across. And coming right through the temples here. Let's come back and do that again. It's such a lovely way to relieve any congestion in the head. And we're going to go straight into the crown pull, which continues working with helping congestion. We're going to go all the way over the midline of the head, simply pushing in with the fingers and then really stretching out. And you might want to stretch all the way out to the ears. You might simply want to do a couple of centimeters stretch here across that midline. Whatever feels good for balancing your head energy and releasing any congestion here. We're going to come all the way through the neck, being gentle with the neck, not pressing onto the vertebrae directly, and coming all the way to the shoulders. And let's take a breath here. Great. So already our energies are really coming together. We're going to help work with relieving toxicity in the body and bringing more energy in by massaging the neurolymphatic points. And there's quite a few points here. It's going to take us a couple of minutes. Once you know them really well, you can do them very quickly. But for the sake of this video, I'll explain where they are. So first of all, we're going to start at that point below the collarbone where we were tapping K27. And we're going to massage there. And we're going to massage all the way under the collarbone to the arm seams. We're going to go down the edge of that arm seam. And some of these places might be quite tender, so be respectful of that. At the same time, we're going to go all the way down to the bottom of the pec and under the breast or the pec muscle, staying on the rib still. We're going to come to the edge of the sternum and we're going to go just rib side of the sternum, working those places in between the ribs. Let's do the same on this side as well. Under the collarbone, down the arm seam and the side of the breast, under the breast or the pec, and up in between those ribs. And now let's do the sternum itself. All of these points help balance certain reflex points which help balance the meridian system and in turn move some of the lymph system in us. So a great way to get a full body balancing. Now we're going to come under the rib cage and massage. I like to use my little fingers here. It's the easiest way for me to massage here. You're going to figure out your own way. And that feels so great. I feel my body releasing any tension, grounding deeper, having access to more radiance, more joy. All right. Fingers into the belly button, 1 inch out, and let's massage there. With any of these points, some of them will be sore for you. That simply indicates that there's some congestion there. So be respectful of those points, and at the same time we do want to massage them as deep as is comfortable for us so that we can help really bring about change. Keeping the fingers there, let's come up another inch and massage these points, and another inch again. Let's come back to the belly button, out an inch, down an inch this time. These very beautiful points that can help balance the cortisol in our body. All right, now onto the valves. So we're working with the Houston and the ileocecal valves here. Fingers down towards the pubic bone, and we're going to drag up to the bottom of the ribs, just inside the hip bones. So nice deep, you're almost like you're scooping that area. So pulling up, let's do it 4 times with as much pressure as is possible and comfortable for you. And then once with the thumbs to smooth down there. We're going to go across just above the pubic bone, working with important points there. Some of these will be very tender. And now we're going to go down the outer edge of the thighs. So right on that side seam of the body again. Beautiful for balancing the energy of our digestive system and releasing any unwanted patterns or habits here. Let's come inside the legs as well, just inside the knees and up to the inner thighs at the top. Couple left to do. We're going to come to this deltoid muscle on the arm and massage those points there. This helps balance our kidney energy, which in turn brings in a lot of our vital life force and vitality in our body. Great. So we've done most of the deep balancing. Now we're going to invite the body to stretch, to bring in the space to create movement. Okay. So let's rub our hands together and take a good breath in. And place the hands on the thighs. We're going to go into connecting heaven and earth. Let's take a breath and a moment here. And now placing the hands together in front of the chest, we're going to stretch one up so that the palm is facing flat against the heavens, and one down so the palm is pressing down towards the earth. Brings in a beautiful stretch. Let's come back to center and do the opposite way. Oh, and this one feels so good. In order for our energy bodies to really have cohesiveness and balance, they need space for our beautiful healthy patterns to connect and flow. So this is a great way to ground, to bring in inspiration, and to help our meridian system as well as many other of our energy systems find their balance. Okay. Let's come down towards the ground here as well, just bringing in space through the spine. You can have your knees bent, however is comfortable for you here. And let's do some figure eights with our arms as we come up as well. And we're going to go into working with more figure eights here that really help our biofield, help the aura, the energy system that comes from within the body and surrounds us all. So we're going to start again with our hands on our thighs. Take a good breath in. Beautiful for grounding. Bring our hands up to our chest and give them a little rub. Activate those strong electromagnetic palms that we have, and let's just shake off any excess energy there as we take a deep breath in, bringing the palms to the ears and releasing our breath. And this time as we breathe in, bringing our elbows together and releasing the hands, crossing over in front of the body a few times as we make our way back towards the floor. Lifting our hands up alongside, parallel to the floor, with our palms facing down, and now scooping those beautiful figure eights all the way through our system, and allowing that to really strengthen and weave our energetic aura even stronger. Lovely. So we've got 2 left to do now. Middle finger in the belly button and middle finger in the 3rd eye, just above the bridge of the nose. Let's press in here and hook that up. We've worked hard and done quite a few exercises to bring in that cohesiveness, and so now we're really sealing it in. We're helping the governing and the central meridians really connect together. And one last one we're going to do. Fingers in front of the pubic bone. We're zipping all the way up the central meridian, all the way to the mouth, and we're locking that in. Let's do that one more time. Central meridian, all the way up, lock it in. Let's bring our arms above our head and come all the way back down to the thighs. Wow. So a really great way. You can do this exercise at the start of the day, the middle of the day, the end of the day. It's going to be a great balancer for your overall energies. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye-bye.